Welcome back to the Chad DiMera Channel, your ultimate sanctuary for all the jaw-dropping, heart-stopping Salem drama. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dissect the latest chaos erupting on our screens. Grab your coffee, because we have a massive week ahead of us. Let's get right into the thick of it, because the Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week of June 2026 are completely off the rails. We are talking explosive revelations, vengeful threats, and the kind of complicated love triangles that only this show can deliver. If you thought May sweeps left us breathless, you have no idea what is coming. We are looking at massive shifts in the power dynamics of Salem, and honestly, some of these characters are about to hit rock.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for this? Let's start with Gabby Hernandez, because her life is a spectacular mess right now, and I am entirely here for it. But here's the kicker. Gabby has been walking around Salem completely convinced that Theo Carver was the one who ratted her out to Philip Kyriakis about her corporate sabotage. She ripped into Theo, completely destroying his trust. But guess what? It wasn't Theo. The spoilers reveal that the fabulous Anna DiMera is going to drop a massive hint, or flat out confess, that she was the one who spilled the beans. Can you believe it? Anna was the leak. And honestly, Gabi deserves this brutal reality check. She has been so blinded by her toxic ambition, trying to claw her way back to the DiMera CEO chair, that she completely alienated one of the few genuinely good guys left in her corner. Now, Gabi's gonna have to do some serious groveling. Theo is a legacy character with a heart of gold, and given his autism, he relies heavily on trust and absolute stability. Gabby shattered that when she falsely accused him and admitted she lied about reading his private journal. What a massive betrayal. I think it's going to take a miracle for Theo to forgive her. But you won't believe what happens next. With Philip officially out of the picture, kicking Gabby to the curb where she belongs, Gabby is going to start examining her own romantic feelings for Theo. Is this a new slow burn romance? I'm telling you, I hate the idea of Gabby dragging sweet Theo into her toxic vortex. As a massive supporter of the DiMera and Carver legacy, I know Chad would be furious if he saw Gabby manipulating his nephew like this. Theo deserves so much better! And just when you think Gabby can't sink any lower, let's talk about her disastrous parenting. She actually paid off Liam Saleko to get out of town and stay away from her daughter, Ari. Let's be real for a second. Gabby has always been a control freak. But bribing a guy to dump your grieving daughter? That's crazy. Ari is already spiraling over the presumed death of her former best friend, Sophia. When Ari finds out about this dirty money, and spoilers say she absolutely will confront them both, it is going to be a nuclear explosion. Gabby is about to lose her daughter, her boyfriend, and her dignity, all in one single week. Moving on to the most heartbreaking storyline on the canvas right now. The Abe, Lexi, and Paulina love triangle. My heart absolutely aches for Paulina. She made the ultimate selfless sacrifice by packing her bags and stepping aside so Abe could welcome his resurrected wife, Lexi, home from the hospital. Abe is bringing Lexi back to their home, but guys, it is not going to be a fairy tale. The spoilers indicate that Abe and Lexi are going to face massive challenges trying to be a couple again. Why? Because Abe's deep, profound love for Paulina is getting in the way. Think about the rich lore here. Lexi died in 2012 from a brain tumor caused by the toxic gases in Stefano's tunnels. Abe grieved her for over a decade. He was completely broken. Paulina is the woman who put him back together. She became his safe harbor. You can't just erase years of a beautiful marriage because E.J. DiMera decided to play God and pull Lexi out of a resurrection pod. I am passionately defending Paulina here. Lexi's furious at E.J., and rightfully so, but she can't expect Abe to just flip a switch and forget the last few years. I predict this is going to end in absolute tragedy for someone's heart. Who do you guys think Abe belongs with? Let me know in the comments. Now, brace yourselves, because we need to talk about the absolute trash fire that is Xander and Kristen. I think this is a huge mistake on Xander's part. He is actively choosing to have these meaningless, toxic bedroom trysts with Kristen DiMera just because he's heartbroken over seeing Sarah and Brady getting close. It's pathetic. Kristen is a master manipulator who drugged Sarah and shipped her off to an island, and Xander is jumping into bed with her. Disgusting. He doesn't even feel good about himself, but he's going to keep doing it anyway. As a Chad fan, it makes my skin crawl seeing Kristen use anyone she can to consolidate her twisted power. But wait, the plot twist of the century is coming. Gwen Rizchek, who is already spiraling over her own messy life and her failed marriage to Dimitri, is going to walk right in and get an eye full of Xander and Kristen sizzling in the sheets. Oh, the drama. You can bet Gwen is going to be completely outraged. We all know Gwen's history. When she gets jealous, she gets incredibly dangerous. Remember what she did to Abigail? She poisoned her. If Gwen feels betrayed by Xander, she's going to burn the Salem into the ground. Kristen better watch her back, because an unhinged Gwen is a force of nature that no one wants to mess with. Speaking of unhinged, let's pivot to Amy Choi. The grief over Sophia's demise is completely consuming her, and she is becoming dangerously obsessed with getting revenge on Holly Jonas. Amy is hell-bent on pinning manslaughter charges on Holly, blaming her for the cyberbullying that supposedly led to Sophia's fake suicide. But we all know the truth. We know that Kristen DiMera is the one who bashed Sophia's head in with a rock and had her thugs dump the body. It makes my blood boil seeing Holly take the fall for Kristen's evil crimes. The spoilers suggest that Amy's legal plans aren't going to pan out, which means she is going to work outside the justice system. Amy is coming completely unhinged, and Holly is in severe physical danger. Tate is trying so hard to protect her, pushing her to make the right choices. But how do you fight off a grieving mother who has lost her mind? I am terrified that Amy is going to attempt to take Holly's life. This show loves a deadly cliffhanger, and I wouldn't be surprised if Amy corners Holly with a weapon before the truth about Kristen is finally exposed to the police. Finally, let's talk about the Kyriakis Mansion disaster. Stephanie Kyriakis is finally returning home from her trip to Hong Kong, where she watched Tripp and Wendy tie the knot, but her homecoming is going to be an absolute nightmare. While she was gone, Joy Wesley has been masterfully manipulating Alex, using their baby Kelsey to pull him closer. Stephanie's going to walk through those doors and immediately sense a massive shift between Alex and Joy. She is going to feel like a total outsider looking at this picture-perfect little family unit that formed the second she left town. Let's connect the dots here, fans. Stephanie is already suffering from severe PTSD after being held captive by Owen. She is paranoid, she is insecure, and most importantly, she has a gun that Steve gave her for protection. Joy is playing a very dangerous game by trying to steal Alex away from a woman who is currently emotionally unstable and armed. I am telling you, the writers are setting up a horrific tragedy. I predict that Stephanie's jealousy and paranoia are going to peak, and that gun is going to go off. Will she shoot Joy? Will she shoot Alex by mistake? The week of June is going to bring escalating conflict, and Salem will never be the same.